I haven't seen her. So she's getting treatment. She's getting everything checked out. So I haven't seen her this morning.
Any reason to be concerned for Sunday? Or you just don't know?
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons to be concerned, but if not, we're just planning as if we're not going to have her. So I think we're in a good place. I like the energy and focus we brought to practice today, and we'll get one more day to prep, and we'll play the game.
How vital is it for Lex and Keith and maybe the freshmen to come in and try to give you something from the local forward?
How vital is it? It's key. I mean, it's key. But they've, from, the adversity we had to deal with in Missouri, I thought they came out and gave us some great minutes. So, we can draw on that experience to help us if Asia's not able to play.
I mean, it goes without saying, we've already talked about just for a few minutes here, without Asia, how much more difficult it becomes with a game like Tennessee. Do you change things from a defensive standpoint without someone like Asia there in the middle to help protect the rim?
I think what we do, if she's not able to play, is keep the game simple for our young post players. Just give them things in which they can remember and execute. From a defensive standpoint, we're going to do what we do. We're going to play as we play, no matter who we have. So from that standpoint, that's easy. Offensively is being able to substitute for 24 points. I mean that's the hardest part. So maybe we need to make sure we know where those shots are coming from to give us an opportunity to rebound the basketball and slow them down in transition.
Coach, did you get a chance to watch any of the highlights of the Tennessee A&M game, and how pumped do you think they're going to be after having just lost before you guys?
Well, in our league, we know that sometimes happens, and you usually bring a little bit more energy after a loss, and I don't think Tennessee is going to be any different. They didn't lose by a whole lot, but certainly it is hard to get a road win in our league. So hopefully we can protect our house and, send them packing just like Texas A&M did.
Have you been able to watch a lot of Tennessee throughout the year, Dawn, and see what they've gotten from their freshmen?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them. They do have freshmen that are, they're high risk, high reward. Sometimes they play extremely well, sometimes they play like freshmen. But what they are doing is gaining more and more experience each and every game. So that becomes a little dangerous because with each game that they gain, they get a little bit better with making better decisions.
Coach, this will be your sixth game, though, against a ranked team, so your team has gained experience against elite-level competition. If Asia does miss it, how vital will those past games be to call on for some of these players?
Well, they probably don't remember any of them, but we do, and we know what went well in those games and how we need to play, and hopefully, Sunday afternoon they'll be able to just stick to the game plan and execute it, and we get a win that most people don't think we'll be able to get without Asia.
Dawn, how have Lily and LaDasia progressed throughout this year and what you want them to become down the road?
With freshmen, they're up, they're down, and it's unfortunate, but fortunate that they're playing behind two pretty much potential All-Americans. One is an All-American in Asia, and Alexis is well on her way to being that. So they don't get a whole lot of opportunity to play. And the times that they do have to play, they got a short leash. So they got to play well to get extended minutes. And they've been up and down with it. More freshmen like than not. But getting enough experience to where next year they should be able to help us a lot more.
Was Williams kind of banged up at the beginning of the year, maybe like a hamstring or something?
Yeah, she missed significant time in the beginning of the year that she's probably still feeling the effects of because she didn't get a whole lot of reps. And then when you see what other post players are doing, it kind of puts you back to that fifth spot. And it's a hard spot to be in, but it's one that she's handled well. She's listened, she understands what's going on. She just doesn't have the experience out there on the floor to continue to get better in that way.
What's the environment always like when a Tennessee comes to town? I mean, this is one of those games fans and everyone kind of circles given their legacy and especially what you guys have done recently in the last 5 years.
I mean, it's great. It's almost like postseason play. The intensity of it, the fans really get into it. They look forward to it. The players, I think their antennas are up to want to play well. And, I hope it isn't as close as it was last year. And if it is, I hope we're on the other end of the stick.
Obviously, you face Tennessee a lot, but with Taya and Coach Law, do you feel like you have any special insight into them just going into this matchup?
I think you do. I mean, they've been in their program, Taya for 2 years and Coach Law for 5 years. They're not giving up any secrets or anything. I think we know Tennessee extremely well from the times that we played them. So they're just confirming what we already know.
Coach, tonight Heathwood Hall is retiring Asia's high school jersey. Just as someone who has had so many accolades like that, what is that feeling like to see your high school honor you like that?
It's great. I think we all want our flowers while we can smell them, and Heathwood Hall didn't take long, to bestow this honor on Asia. I mean, she's done great at Heathwood Hall. I think her legacy will live on forever, and I can safely say there probably won't be another player, male or female, that will contribute to Heathwood like Asia Wilson.
If you had to give a percentage of Asia's chances of playing, what would it be?
Well, when she left the game last night, she said she was playing. With players, it's really, the pain is a personal thing. We know that she sustained an ankle injury, and then now it becomes, controlling the pain. And if you got a high pain tolerance, she'll be able to go. If she doesn't, she's probably hurt pretty bad, for her to, miss a game like this.